guys, welcome back to my channel. I've honestly been dreaming and envisioning this for almost a year, so I just cannot wait to get into it. So all of my videos discussing my hormones and my period will be linked in the description box below. Today I'm more focusing on how I got my period back, because if you've been following my channel, if you watch my vlogs, you would have seen that I got my period back 2 weeks ago and I actually cried of happiness. Flashback to the vlog. I got my period. I'm so happy.
Come here, gorgeous.
Like I said, crying of happiness because it has been a goal of mine, like my main focus for an entire year, just to get my period back. I'm like sweating, I'm so excited to be making this video. So let's just jump straight into the good stuff. I was suffering with amenorrhea for almost a year. Amenorrhea is pretty much just the lack of your period. So for a few years now, my doctors and my naturopaths thought that I had PCOS. And in 2017, I went and got loads of blood work and hormone tests, ultrasounds, and basically what they found out was while I had cysts on my ovaries, which was indicative of PCOS, my actual hormone balance, my hormone levels, didn't really match up with PCOS. While all of my hormones seemed to be like they were in sync, finally, because a few years ago they weren't, for some reason I just wasn't getting my period, and I pretty much had like all of the doctors stumped. No one knew what was going on with my body. So last year I literally dedicated my entire year just focusing on my health and trying to get my period back. Super brief recap and background, I ended up losing my period after I made my ebook. As you guys know, I have never been that stressed in my life. I obviously wanted to look a certain way when I was bringing out my ebook. I had to test all of the workouts, training crazy hard in the gym. I suppose I wasn't eating enough to be able to work out in that kind of way. Everything was just so crazy in my life. I also went through a breakup where I was with my ex-boyfriend for almost 7 years. I wasn't sleeping. I was super stressed. I was putting so much pressure on myself. I remember one day I was crying to my mum and I said, "Mum, I have never been this stressed in my life. I feel like I'm going to die." And I know that sounds so dramatic. I was on my computer typing out one of the pages of my ebook. I just started hyperventilating. I was crying. My sister was like, "Are you okay?" And I honestly couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to die. That's how stressed my body was. So everything was shutting down. I had to take like 2 naps throughout the day because I just couldn't function. And then obviously my period evaporated. My body was just not in harmony, not in sync. So when that happened, I was like, whoa, I really need to stop, take a look at my lifestyle, listen to my body and prioritize what's important. And for me, it was getting my period back. I'm 26 this year, guys. Like I'm not a teenager anymore, and I would love to have like little sezzy babies in the next couple of years. So I just wanted to get my body ready for that. I've decided to separate this video into 4 different sections: diet tips, lifestyle, natural remedies, and supplements. Starting off with one of the most important things was my diet. Even when I was losing my period, I was still super healthy. I was eating all whole foods, really healthy foods, but there was a few things that were wrong. Number one, I was not eating enough food. Because I was training so much, I needed to be eating more. I wasn't giving it enough food and energy to be able to function properly. It was always stressing out. This is going to be a constant theme throughout all of the factors in this video, but my body was just in a constant state of stress. So I obviously made a conscious effort to increase my calories, and in conjunction with that, I also increased my starchy carbs. So if you followed my vlogs over a year ago, you would have known that I never ate hardly any carbs. I mean, like I wouldn't even eat sweet potatoes. I wouldn't have banana. The only fruit I would have sometimes was berries. I was to a point where I just wanted to be shredded, and that's all I cared about. And let me tell you, that is so overrated, and probably, I wouldn't say the worst thing I ever did. It's probably good because now I have this channel and you guys can learn from my experiences, but for my health and my well-being, worst thing. I don't know how I live without bananas because I literally have 2 a day now. I'm obsessed with bananas. So while increasing my calories, I also included lots more starchy carbs. Quinoa, sweet potato, purple potato, buckwheat. I had a lot of buckwheat pasta. That's super, super yummy. And now they're just like staples in my diet. And I feel like that did a major difference, not only with getting my period back, but also my digestion. I had lots more energy. I was fuller for longer. So I definitely recommend doing that. And for certain females, if you are struggling with hormonal imbalances, soy can mess up your levels a little bit. I completely cut soy out of my diet, so that could have helped as well. I'm so sad to admit this, but it was getting rid of coffee. You guys know I'm all about my hashtag LB with the D of AM, long black with a dash of almond milk if you don't follow my vlogs. I love coffee. The thing is, I'm not addicted to coffee. I just love it. Like, it was curtainized time to go across the road to our little surf cafe, get our coffee. I love the smell. We like to judge coffee. We are coffee snobs. And now I have to convert and I'm a tea snob. It's not the coffee in general that was bad for me. It was honestly the stress factor. If you are already stressed, or you have sensitive cortisol levels, or you already have heightened cortisol levels, cortisol is your stress hormone, by the way, and you have coffee, that can often exacerbate whatever's going on in your body, so make it worse. It was putting my adrenals into overdrive, and anxiety and stress are like poison to the body. And aside from that, like you guys know, I'm already super healthy. I pretty much eat a paleo-based diet. I did include a lot more plant-based foods into my diet because I had increased my starchy carbs. Okay, so moving on to lifestyle. Again, the main factor of this whole video was stress. I was sometimes working out in the gym for 2 hours a day. But in saying this, it's because I was going through my breakup, so I was like super sad. I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to be home. I just wanted to escape my reality. I had been in a relationship for 7 years. Like, I didn't know what my life was like without him. I didn't know how to be alone. So I was like, well, there's nothing left to do but get shredded. It was insane. So no wonder I lost my period. Last year, I really took it down, not even a notch. Like, I was on this fitness country. I moved planets. I'm on like the balanced, active, fit planet. You know, like, I'm all about living a fit life, but not being a fitness freak. If I didn't feel like going to the gym, I wouldn't. And this is gonna sound so weird, but I did a lot of my ebook workouts. The hard thing was, when I was making my ebook, I would do 3 of the workouts a day just to review them and tweak them. And I ended up doing my ebook from week 1 to 8, and I found it really enjoyable. I didn't stress out. I balanced out my HIIT and low intensity workout. I'll balance it out with like a long walk or a stretch or just something way more relaxed. My last 2 lifestyle tips, if you followed my vlogs last year, you would have seen all of my vlogs where I was like waking up at 5 a.m. I was up all night. I was always tired. My life isn't like that anymore. I understand that some people have to wake up at 5 a.m., start work at 7, and you have to work out at 5. That's totally understandable. But for me, I don't have to wake up at 5. I just chose to wake up at 5 a.m., which would have been okay if I wasn't going to bed at like midnight and it takes me another hour to fall asleep. So now I wake up around 7:30 a.m., which is my body's sort of natural wake up time. I am trying to go to bed earlier. I'm not as bad as I used to be. I'm just trying to get a lot more sleep, which gives your body time to repair itself and just recover. Our next topic is remedies and natural treatments. I was going to acupuncture from Liz. I will link her in the description box below. I'm gonna say 5 or 6 months, pretty much every week or every second week. And she did give me some supplements to take as well, but I'll talk about that in the supplements section. But essentially, every time I went there, she would sit down and have a chat with me and just evaluate my life. So if she could tell I was really stressed out, she would work on chilling out my body. Or other times I was really chill, but I had tummy pain, so she would try to stimulate something in my stomach and my digestive system. So she was absolutely incredible. I highly recommend her. She's super gentle. I feel like that had a major impact on getting my period back. Another little thing that I did once every second month was aromatherapy. My naturopath, his wife, is actually an aromatherapist. Is that what you call it? I don't really know. Essentially, it's just like a massage, and they use essential oils. So again, she'll sit down and talk to you and say like, are you really stressed? What's going on with work? And she will pick specific oils and put them in particular parts of your body. So mine was all about detoxing and de-stressing the body. And like I said, I will link her and my naturopath in the description box below as well. So after I would get my massage, I would just go home, have a really nice wholesome dinner full of starchy carb, high in calories, and go to sleep. All right, the final factor of the period party is my supplements. I've totally changed my vitamin and supplement plan. Although it's only been a month, I honestly think these are like the major things that got my period back. And I think you should go to your naturopath, get your hormones checked, and make sure you are taking things that are right for your body. Everyone's body is different. Number 1 is every morning BioFem, and I'm pretty sure this has Vitex. Yeah, back in like 2013, I took Vitex by a brand called Fusion, and I really liked that, and that got my period back. And then again, eventually that stopped working. I think I didn't cycle it properly. I'm taking one of these at breakfast. Oh, I haven't had to do a proper cycle of it yet, but I think I take it every single day except the days that I'm actually bleeding on my period. And then I'm also taking this supplement by Orthoplex. It's for thyroid, adrenal, and metabolism support. So that's what it looks like. And this was just to support my adrenals, help de-stress my body, and get everything back in balance. So those were the the main like hormone supplements that I was taking. And then comes these bad boys. If you watch my vlogs, you would know that last month I got diagnosed with SIN 3, which is cervical dysplasia. Your cervix has precancerous cells on it. That really freaked me out, and I did loads of research. I had to increase my antioxidants and immune boosting vitamins and ingredients in my diet, and I honestly think that's how I got my period back. Oh, and just if you're wondering, I don't think my SIN 3 and my period are linked, so that's just like a side note. And my mum told me to go on this because she had a similar experience, and she ended up supplementing with this, and she fixed her issue as well. So this is fulonic acid. It's by the brand Bioceuticals, and this is one of my favorite brands. I just buy it from my health food store. Everything I buy in Bioceuticals, I feel like it's super powerful. So this is my folic acid, and I'm taking that every single day. I've also increased my vitamin C, immunity, don't want to get sick. Another game changer was this bad boy. I had never heard of it. The naturopath at the health food store told me about it because I went in there and I was like, this girl needs to boost her immunity ASAP. Give me some antioxidants, get rid of my SIN 3 and get my period back. So this is called Astra 8 Immune Tonic, an immune boosting mecha supplement. So I'm having that every single day. And then these are the little black pearl supplements that my acupuncturist Liz gave me. I'm not even gonna try and say that. That's what it's called. It's a traditional Chinese medicine, and I believe its goal is to nourish the blood. So I know I talked about a lot of things here, but in summary, I honestly think the main things that got my period back was increasing my calories and carbs. Number 2, de-stressing my body, so getting more sleep, chilling out, listening to my body and not overdoing it in the gym, and then also increasing my vitamins, antioxidants, and my immune boosting properties in my food. And I think that all together were the things that made me successful. So I wish I could pinpoint one thing and tell you this is the one supplement you need, or like this is the one piece of food you need. But unfortunately with hormones and anything to do with a girl's life, it's never that simple. I got to a point where I thought I was never going to get my period back. I was saying to my acupuncturist, I feel so chill, I'm not stressed, I'm eating so much food, I'm taking all of my supplements, what is going wrong? And she was really good at putting my mind at ease and saying, Sarah, you're doing everything you possibly can. Your body is just going to take a while to realize that. It might take your body 3 months from the time that you're actually ready to have your period. So while I was super chill and healthy 5 months ago, it took my body another 5 months to be like, okay, she's not gonna go back and be crazy in the gym. We'll give her her period back. So I'm super grateful. I'm really happy. I'm feeling so balanced, so healthy. I'm loving my training, loving my diet, loving the period life. Believe me, girls, I know it's so exhausting and you feel like you're doing everything you possibly can and nothing is working, but prevail, girls. Prevail and don't give up and don't stress out too much. Don't fixate on it. When your body is in harmony, when your body is in sync, it will come. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like because it really supports my channel, and make sure to subscribe because I upload new videos every 3 days. Also, make sure you tick that notification box bell thing so you get notified when I upload new videos. And let me tell you, sister, I have so many exciting videos planned for 2018. Started sweating because I was so excited. Like, I swear I have a sweat excitement problem. It's not good. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!